Good afternoon, everyone. This is Chris Brecher with a simpler trading / chart pattern mastery free video for June 24th, 2025. I'm doing this early. Just want to show you what I think is going to happen. So many times markets have to go to an all-time high before they could sell off. Nobody believed me about this, and we're almost there. So when you go over to this, you'll see it's about 22222. Right now, it's 22200. So give it another 15 points. But a lot of times when they gun it to that, it can have a reversal after that. Now, what am I talking about? Well, I want to show you what we're talking about. Go over here and notice the all-time highs. How do they end? That's the point. They don't end by just a big old reversal. It's usually an indecision and a follow-through. Indecision, follow through, indecision, follow through. This one was more classic of what I expect this time. You go to a new high, you sort of hover around it, and it takes about 3 days to break down. That's what I'm expecting this time. This is all just about momentum. That's the way I look at it. Bonds still really in the toilet, but I wanted to go over that as well. So there's your NASDAQ objective. Here's your SPX objective, which it's not there yet. It's close. Close. We're talking about here. We're talking about right in this area. Right there. About 61.50, 61.39. Right now you're 60.94. The key is you're probably too late to buy in here, but you're too early to short. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this go to a new high before it could go down. New high before it could go down. New high before it could go down. Yeah, it's not a one-off. This happens all the time. I've seen it 8 million times where it has to go to a new high before it could sell off. Now, don't get me wrong. You get some times where it really just blows through it, but you never really had a big rally into it. You already have a massive rally, but most of the times it goes to here and has to go to a new high before it could sell off. You could go back a long time and you'll see that. That means you're in never land here. You haven't reached its upside objective, but you haven't seen a rollover yet. So what are you doing here? When you're approaching it, I will look for what refuses to go up, and maybe those I'll play to the downside. Schwab, we're very successful in it yesterday, and as you see, this is already starting to sell off, even though markets are going to new highs. So we're going to look at Schwab. Why? Because Twitter might go into the brokerage business. Maybe that's perceived to hurt Schwab. And there's another reason. If that was the rumor and Schwab was down here, I'd say sell on rumor, buy on news. But Schwab's at an all-time high. So I'm just telling you, well, let's say close to an all-time high. It's at a 3-year high. So that isn't factored into it at the moment. That's why we played it so well to the downside yesterday. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Now, I wanted to go over bonds because you know I've hated bonds now for months. And the reason I've hated bonds for months is that we broke the uptrend line. You're in a bear market. Doesn't mean you can't have a rally, though. Now, this whole thing with stable coins and with some other things going on, like the commodities going down, that can help the bonds, definitely. And the reason is stable coins might need a reserve currency. They might go for treasury bond bills, and that would take some pressure off longer dated maturities. But this is why I started to like it. I posted this yesterday because it's just you can back it up with a chart finally. You're trying to turn the corner. Everybody tries to buy on the way down. I want to see when it starts to turn the corner. How about an hourly chart? Same thing. It's trying to turn the corner. So then we're interested in it on the long side, believe it or not. Even though longer term I'm bearish, it still is starting to turn up. Just keep in mind, though, if you don't have 3 reasons of a stock in a bear market, the problem is You had a lot of stocks you could make a boatload of money, and instead you're stuck in something like this, and then you're in the hope stage. When we're talking about stocks with a good chart, I told you I like BBAI. This has been on our radar now. The key is that if the Russell is going to follow the rest of the indexes to new highs, but if it is, then you're going to need a lot of smaller stocks with good charts to work. And right now, that's exactly what's happening. Whether it's TXG, whether it's BBAI, they're all kicking in gear here. So just keep that in mind in here, that bullish patterns are more likely to work if certain indexes need to play catch up. So what do I think now? Well, this is what I think. I think you got to watch the VIX. You got to watch the Bollinger Bands in the VIX. A lot of times when it goes to the lower Bollinger Band, that's a warning sign. That will probably happen if the markets go to a new high. The other thing, though, a lot of times I've seen the Bollinger Band, things go down, and the Bollinger Band curls down. What's the difference between this time and this time? This time, when you're going down, this price is lower than back here. So the 20 moving average, that's all the Bollinger Bands are, upper and lower 20 moving average. So if this is down, this is going to curl down because the price is lower than 20 days previous. On the other hand here, the price is still higher than 20 days previous. So right now, this is going to either stay even, because that's a question, is it going to go under these? It's close. The whole point is it's not going to move that much. So what I'm seeing in here right now is no reason to go crazy on the downside at all, but it's too late to buy on the upside unless you take certain groups like the biotechs, like the AI stocks, and we're going to stick with that. On the other hand, I will look for stocks that are starting to roll over. Keep in mind that NDX is the one near all-time highs. That's where I would look for the short ideas. Have a great night. Talk to you later. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Chris Brecher, and I'm Senior Managing Director of Stocks at Simpler Trading. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you like our content, please leave us a like and a comment down below. Also, be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell notification icon so you never miss any of our great new content coming out. Good trading, and we'll see you at the next video. Take care.